YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Nail, good fella Nail, coming through with another sneaker review, another sneaker opinion. Y'all know what I do, guys. And this is me coming live from the sneaker cave. Well, probably not live, but y'all know what I mean. Straight from the sneaker cave. And today, I got my first Reebok question mid. Now, I'm not gonna go on my normal rant like, man, ain't nobody reviewing this sneaker. It's a lot of people reviewing this sneaker. It's hella people reviewing this sneaker bit. You know, we got AI signature and all that stuff, guys. You know, this is what the box look like. And then for my box boys, get a little bit close up to this. We can see that. Can we see that? We got it in a 9.5. This is my first time getting this. Now, I also was checking out the gray ones as well before these even dropped. But once these drop, oh man. Like, this how a sneaker's supposed to sell out. You know what I mean? Wasn't no bots. Wasn't nobody trying to act grimy. You know what I mean? Wasn't no backdooring or nothing. It was just normal. This sneaker sold out the way a sneaker is supposed to sell out. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get more into depth into that. I know it's a million reviews probably out right now. And then eventually a few bigger sneaker YouTubers might get to this sneaker or whatever. But hey, I'm here to talk about sneaker culture in 2020 as far as what this sneaker what's going on right now. And as far as me attaining it. Now, first thing first, I tried to get this sneaker in 2016 or 2015. I thought it was going to sit, you know what I mean, go a little bit under retail or whatever. No, apparently there is some hardcore Iverson boys out there that got memories just like me. Now, I'm more so of a Kobe fan than an Iverson fan like back then, but I still respect Iverson for the work that he did. I definitely still call him a legend. I definitely still think he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he is already, but always got the respect level for him. He definitely put in some work, and he definitely was fighting for his team. And I always got respect for any NBA player or athlete that's going against a team full of monsters that's slaughtering people. The Lakers was doing that in the early 2000s, man. Like, you got Shaq, Kobe, Eddie Jones, Derek Fisher, the whole lineup, guys, and even Gary Payton, if I'm not mistaken, and a little bit of Karl Malone at the time. They had a little bit of everybody at the moment, like coming out the 90s into the early 2000s. But Iverson was definitely, since like 96 with the Sixers hardcore, crossed my boy Jordan real bad. You know what I mean? It happens to us, you know what I mean? And I don't think this was the sneaker he crossed them in, at least the colorway. I think it might have been a blue leather toe ones. This is the rare one that dropped in like 96. There's probably like 5,000 of them, the red nubuck ones. And I never knew it dropped in like a red nubuck or anything like this, but yeah. So then they also end up dropping the red leather ones, what we come to know now as the leather red toe. Same thing with the blue toe. I think they came out with the black toe recently, a year or two ago, but like the gold hints. I like the gray ones as well, the all over like cool grays as well of this. And I just really couldn't wait to get this sneaker. Man, the sneaker guys was holding me up with this for a little minute. You know, it was supposed to arrive one day, and the FedEx got it and delivered. It was something, man. It was crazy, man. It's that time where you getting like multiple sneakers coming in, and it's like you trying to watch them like it's like watching 8 kids. You know what I mean? You're trying to keep the tracking numbers, and it's like, oh man, this sneaker came here, but I ordered this sneaker after this one, and this was one of the first sneakers I ordered that ended up coming late. So yeah, so I would have got it earlier, and just regular standard shipping, but I would have got it earlier had the post office been on point. But you know, we got a little whatever going in the country or globally, so y'all already know it's always a delay or a hold up. But other stuff was coming earlier, and I just was like, why ain't these just come? I can respect any guy that's manually picking it up and just wanna, because you could have actually bought a few more of these, and I think the price might be tiptoeing at 200 for this, but the regular retail was 140. But it was enough to, long story short, it was enough for everybody to go around. So if I wanted to get these in a different size, or my real size, a 9.5, because I was just afraid that this would be a chunky basketball sneaker. And you can't go true to size with these guys. But you can, you know, I could have went to a different store and actually bought these without, you know, missing out completely. You try to do that with a Jordan Retro now, you out of luck, especially if it's a little hyped. So I guess these wasn't too hyped, and these kind of went under the radar. And this is one of them sneakers where it's like, if you know, kind of like sneakers. You know what I mean? Now, I knew this was the Iverson. I remember it back in the day, but I just was trying to get a feel for how the market was. Is this going to drop in sales? Is this going to drop in price? Now, I don't know about the restocks. Now, if they keep restocking, eventually, yeah, this might drop in price. But usually, to my knowledge, at least a few years ago, this sneaker did not sit. Now, I do like the bubble chuck joints. That's a whole nother video, but I don't have those, but those definitely look good as far as the Reebok question go. And just in general for me in 2020, picking up the Iversons definitely been what's up. So jumping off into it, a lot of people already did the review as far as like the materials, but I'll just go over it as well in case you guys was wondering. First thing first, you got an all leather upper with that tumbled leather. One of the difference, especially being from the last retro model, is that it didn't have like this embroidered blue over it. And then also too, I remember at another previous model, they actually had like a red toe and a blue toe in the other one. But yeah, the tumbled leather definitely feels like some decent quality. Craftsmanship is definitely here on this one. Definitely worth it. I only just wore these once, but maybe like, no, I wore these like twice. And as far as like the comfort level go, definitely comfortable for a basketball sneaker. It's kind of almost hard to believe these dropped in 96, but looking at them, you could believe it. But as far as the comfort go, it's definitely worth it, especially when you're hooping out there on the court. Also too, it looked like they could have used some elastic bands for the lace, but I don't know. The mesh, got mesh going along the tongue, kind of symbolize the net. I don't know if it specifically does, but it just reminds me of that. Now, one of the things that did throw me off when I got this sneaker was that the Reebok logo was actually sideways like this. I didn't even know that the tongue is like that, but it's actually built like that. If you can see, you got the way they cut the tongue with the leather like this. I thought it was just a full leather tongue and it was just like this, but it actually kind of shifts like this, almost kind of like they put the branding on there sideways anyway. That's the only off thing I feel like about this sneaker, but it is what it is. Other than that, the sneaker is great to me. Going along the back, you do got the Q and the Reebok as well for the question Reebok. Going below that, you do got the embroidered 3 as well. You also got the Hexalite. Previous owners and all that stuff, that people that got the last retro are talking about how the Hexalite one here is way better than the previous one. I could feel it somewhat. You know what I mean? I don't think it's supposed to feel like, you know, Nike Air or anything, but I can definitely feel the comfort when rocking this. Going to the insole, you do got the all white, snow white. Definitely, if you're wearing black socks like me, this is going to get frizzled up and everything. You got Reebok on the inside. I know that's going to wear out soon, but it's still not a deal breaker. Definitely worth it. You got the Jordan 11 size, just about size shoestrings as well. Now, also too, the other shoestrings I do want to mention, they were in there first, and I like the clean white ones over these. You know, like this got the blue metallic finish. Got tumble leather going along the rest though, around the whole paneling and the body of the sneaker. You got that soft like nubuck. It's more of a like a powdery like nubuck. Not finger swiping suede, but it's powdery at the top of the toe. Going to the bottom, you do got that ice water glass as well. I kind of want to keep these DS for you guys, but I just had to wear them so I could give you guys a better review. But other than that though, guys, definitely a classic fly and flames. And as far as wearing these, again, it's like walking on clouds. My thing is go true to size. This sneaker is somewhat kind of bulky, but it doesn't feel bulky in the front as far as like most basketball sneakers. More the bulkiness is what you see here is basically towards the ankle and towards the back of the chunkiness, just like how you see here, guys. Not really too much, nothing. You do got the Reebok logo going along the side right here, and you also got Reebok spelled out along the lace loops as well. Definitely a fly symbol to put on the sneaker to spice it up. And again, for this to be a 1996 sneaker, chunky sneakers in and all that stuff, this is one of them sneakers that never really gets old, and it's fly and flames. And also too, you got the Reebok branding going along the bottom as well. You do got the Hexalite peeking through at the bottom of the sole in the back. And one of the good things about the leather on here is you do got a nice easy cleanup. I'm definitely gonna clean these joints up too, because I'm starting to see a little bit of dirt marks on here as far as the midsole go. The midsole is not easy, spongy, soft styrofoam. It's actually feel kind of sturdy. Feel like it'll last a long time, like a tank or something like that. If you don't got the Reebok question, like if you don't get Iversons, get this one. Like this is the one to get. You know what I mean? You know how like it's like, oh, you know, if you don't mess with this sneaker, this is the one to get. You say the comfort definitely wowed me on here. So I get a comfort on here, a strong 8. Definitely worth it. And I think with some overdue time, when you beat these in as far as comfort go, you might get up to an 8.5 and maybe a 9 in some cases. But it definitely can get a little cozy because the sock liner is a little bit thick. You know what I mean? It's not like some little cheap, you know, like some little cheap flimsy stuff or anything. So I'll give this overall comfort, looks, and everything, I give it a 9 out of 10. Definitely a 9 out of 10. Definitely what 90s basketball was about. Iconic, classic. Definitely gonna be on the top 10 list for this year. Like, this gonna be higher than the red and white Iversons I got, the answers. Because this one, this is the one. This the one, Marv. So that's the silver tuna. So rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Neil Goodfella Neil, coming through with the Reebok question. Got more content on the way. Peace.